Hey book friends, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. So in today's video, I am going to be talking all about the books I want to read in these upcoming months. So it's kind of the December, January, February, my wintertime TBR. And so over the past couple years, I have been really enjoying making seasonal TBRs, books that I'm just really feeling drawn to. And what's funny about this time of year, so December, yes, I just put out a Christmas book TBR. So that still kind of holds, but I also have a list that's a bit broader for my winter TBR. And because wintertime, January, February tends to be dark and cold, I tend to be drawn to books that help me escape, that bring me into different worlds, or that are just really fun books. And so I do have quite the list to share with you today. So let's just hop in to my winter TBR. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you've been coming for a while. And so like I said, today's video is my winter TBR full of good escapism type books, which I just really need. Things have been a bit challenging in my life lately. I gave a quick update in a video on my other channel where I was talking about our plans for Christmas homeschool. So if you're interested in kind of a life update, you can go see that. I'll link it above. But things are just a bit hard. And so when that happens, I tend to need emotionally escapist, fun type of books. And so that is the list I have today. I do want to mention the fact that I do actually have another list of books that I do seasonally, and it's on my other channel as well. I called it my winter morning time basket, which is a homeschool term, but it's basically all the books that I'm using to grow and be inspired by. And I don't know why I don't share it on this channel, but I tend to always share it over there. So I'll link that above as well if you are interested. But these are my fiction books. These are my fun books. So let's just hop in. So the main categories I have are mysteries, romance, which is a weird one for me, I know, as well as fantasy. So as for, let's see, what's on top? We'll start with fantasies. So I have these books, which are book 2 and 3 of the Shadow and Bone series. Yes, Shadow and Bone trilogy. Book 2 is called Siege and Storm, and book 1 is called Ruin and Rising. So I just recently read book 1, and then I rushed out and picked these up because I really love the price of YA books. They're just a lot cheaper and easier to pick up. And so I picked them up, and I don't know if I'm going to read them right away because I kind of want to, or if it's going to be something that squeaks its way into January and February. But regardless, the Shadow and Bone trilogy is about this girl named Alina, I think. She's an orphan, and in the first book, she is found to have magical powers. Basically, she's part of this army that goes into what's called the Shadow Fold, which is this area that is full of scary monsters. And when the monsters attack, she kind of protects everybody with her power that she didn't know she has, which results in her then being taken into what's called the Grisha, which is the elite military force in this world. And she starts to learn how to do all that. So there's a lot that goes on in that book, and it definitely has a YA feel, but I really enjoyed it. And again, it's kind of that escapist fantasy that I really love, and I can fly through the books. And so I'm so excited to pick up these two. It'll just be a fun world to continue to be in. So I'm looking forward to those. I hope to get to them this winter. Additionally, I'm just gonna kind of hop around because I saw this one. I want to pick up some Agatha Christie. Hopefully Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day and I will host another weekend readathon with you guys because I just really enjoy picking up Agatha Christie. And I just picked up this one. So this is Murder on the Orient Express. I love these copies, and I've just heard this is one of her more clever books. And most people know what this is about, but it's about a group of people stuck on a train that gets halted in the middle of the tracks in the winter time, and there's a dead body. It's really all I understand. I've actually never seen the movie. I'm not sure why, but I want to read this and then watch the movie. So that's on my TBR as well. Okay, and then I have these books. So I said romance when I was listing off the genres for my TBR. And the reason is because they are a bit escapist for me. The plots aren't usually too hard to follow, but I often get annoyed with the tropes of romance. So I'm going to give a couple authors a try. So I'm going to give Emily Henry a try. So I've never read any Emily Henry. This is the only one I have. And I feel like people sit in two different camps, this camp or the beach read camp. So I'm not sure, but I have this, so I might as well read the one I have. And this is People We Met on Vacation. And from what I understand, it is about these two long-term friends who have some sort of falling out, they used to go on vacation together and then something happened and then they go on vacation again to try and solve some things. So I really don't know. what it's about, but I want to give Emily Henry's books a try. So that's one romance author I want to try. The other author I want to read from again is Allie Hazelwood. So I read The Love Hypothesis in like October or something. That was part of when my sister picked my TBR. And I loved it. I really liked the mix of like the academics plus the romance was just entertaining, and I just liked both characters. And so what I understand, which I'm honestly not quite sure, but I think she often writes about academic settings. The book that has a pink cover is called Love on the Brain, if I'm correct. I have no idea what it's about, but it's on my TBR. I put it on there just because I feel like I had such a good time with that. And it was just a really fun escapist book for me. And it was just a quick read. I don't know. I think they sound really fun. And I know she has like a new book coming out next year. So I thought I'd give her other book a try. So anyway, there you go. There's some romance on my winter TBR. Okay, so I have another book. So I have this book. It's kind of big, but it's The Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick. So I already know I'm planning on buddy reading this with my sister in January. So I thought I'd put it on my winter TBR. And I've been wanting to read this for the past year. It was part of my favorite booktubers books from 2021. And so I didn't get to it, but I knew I would in January. So it's on my TBR, and it's about this girl named Ren, who's a con artist who is trying to save her sister, I believe. She comes into this magical city, the city of dreams, with the hopes of like infiltrating the houses and then like getting her sister back. I'm not sure. That could be totally wrong. But I've been wanting to read it, and it's a first book in a duology, which just sounds really fun. So Mask of Mirrors is also on my list for my winter TBR. And then to hop to a thriller book. So I want to kind of give Ruth Ware another try. I'm not sure why. I feel like I watched a couple videos. I'm not sure. Oh, probably by Audrey at Chapters and Converse, because she just loves Ruth Ware. And I just want to give Ruth Ware another try. So I have The Woman in Cabin 10. That's the only one I have on my shelves right now. I liked One by One. I just recently unhauled it in my huge unhaul project. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't love it, but I really enjoyed it. And so I thought I would give this one a try. And this one sounds really good. It's set on a ship, like a cruise line of some sort. And it's about this journalist who is assigned to the ship. I'm not sure why. But then I guess she hears like what she thinks is a body being tossed overboard. But then when she counts the number of people, there's still the same amount of people on the boat. So she then thinks maybe she's going crazy, I think. I don't know. It sounds really good. I just really want to give Ruth Ware a try. I feel like there's a couple books that I could pick up, but I feel like I know the ending to The Turn of the Key, just happenstance. I was spoiled for it, and so I don't really want to pick that one up, so I thought I'd pick this one up. So I'm going to give Ruth Ware another shot, as well as Peter Swanson. So I've heard Peter Swanson's name thrown around in the thriller world before, and I feel like some people love him, some people hate him, but it seems like the book most people like from him the most is The Kind Worth Killing, I believe. And I think there's a sequel coming out next year, which is why it kind of jumped back onto my radar. So I think I'm going to give this book a try. And I have no idea what it's about. Let me look it up. Okay, so I just looked it up, and it makes me think of, is it Alfred Hitchcock? The Strangers on a Train. It's about this man who meets a girl in this airport bar in an international airport of some sorts. And he, for some reason, shares his darkest secrets with her, like his wife is cheating on him and da-da-da-da-da. And then it sounds like she is okay planning to help him with his problem. Not sure. Sounds very interesting. So I think that could be really fun. I'm going to get that from the library. I'm not going to purchase it just in case I don't like his writing, but I want to try out his writing. So that's another one on my TBR. Another book I want to pick up is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, which is the same author as all of these books. And the reason I want to pick up Ninth House is not because I'm loving Shadow and Bone, but because it is dark academia, which I have been really drawn to and enjoying lately. And I just wanted to try this out. And I also heard that the second book is coming out next year. So I guess you could see a theme on some of the books that I've been inspired to pick up in this winter TBR is I want to know if I like them in order to get to the second book. But I've heard mixed things about Ninth House. But I think the fact that I loved The Secret History so much gives me a chance at really liking this book. And so it sounds like it's, again, set at this prestigious university. And there's this secret group of students. And it sounds like maybe there's even like these secret passageways and tombs or things like that on campus. But I don't know much more than that. But that's okay. I still think I want to pick it up and try it out to see if I like more of her adult writing, because I believe Ninth House is an adult novel by Leigh Bardugo. So I'm going to try it. Sounds fun. And then the last book, which I want to get to as soon as I can because I just enjoyed the first one so much, is the second book in the Chorus of Dragons series. So this is The Name of All Things by Jen Lyons. I just really enjoyed the first one, which is The Ruin of Kings. I talked a lot about it in my November wrap-up video, so I'll link that above in case you want to hear me gush about that book. It just caught me off guard. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. And that first book is about a man named Kieran who finds himself in jail at the beginning of the book, and then the whole book is spent telling the story of how he gets there. And it really helps set up the world. It sets up the magic system as he's kind of learning things. And I really enjoyed it. I feel like it's going to be quite the story. It's a 5-book series. So I want to jump into number 2. From what I've noticed, this seems to be the book that most people stop reading the series at. So I really want to read it, and I hope I love it more than some people, but I think I will because I've just enjoyed the first one so much. So yes, that's what I'm thinking for this winter. I mean, it's not necessarily books about snow or anything like that. I have made a video about that in the past. Books that inspire like cold feelings, but that's not what this is. This is just a TBR of the books I really want to read that I feel like I'm in the correct headspace for, just with life and all that's going on. I just need books like these, and so I'm really excited for them. I hope I get to all of them. I probably won't, but I feel like it's such a good start and it's such a good list to work off of. So anyway, that is my winter TBR. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below, do you guys make seasonal TBRs? And if you do you stick to them? I think that's always a fun question too. But otherwise, guys, I will see you in the next book video. Okay, take care.